The OG 2012 presents Patycakes by Peggercorn on the Cob. It was a beautiful day in Ponyville. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and every pony was out having a fun in the nice weather. It was all thanks to the most dependable Pegasus on the weather team, Rainbow Dash. The pony in question was at the moment resting on what to her might be very well be the most comfortable cloud in all of Equestria. After a hard day of handling the weather like she normally did, she had been resting for a while. When she just thought about another appointment that she had to keep, um, getting up and stretching her wings, she flew low over the busy town. Looking down, she spotted Scootaloo, who gave her idol a friendly wave. Smiling Dash waved back and went on her way to her destination. It didn't take long for her to reach her longtime friend's house. Rainbow Dash landed on the front step of Fluttershy's moss grown and knocked on the door. A short while later, a familiar yellow Pegasus answered the door and smiled sweetly at her. The two of them had been friends since they were fillies. But where that's misspelled. Something. Rainbow Dash continued to remain in Cloudsdale. Following the events of the Sonic Rainboom, Fluttershy chose to remain on the ground and build her home just beyond the outskirts of the Everfree Forest, where all the animals lived. Fluttershy had garnered a reputation among her friends as somebody who was good with animals and taking care of injured and sick woodland creatures. She, despite herself, also proved herself capable of horse-sitting, as she had when she was put in charge of the Cumont Crusaders when Rarity was unable to look after them. It was a lifestyle that Rainbow Dash could never imagine having, as it was too slow-paced for her. Yet, despite the two Pegasus' vastly different lifestyles and interests, the two remained very close friends, which is why Rainbow Dash didn't think twice when Fluttershy requested that she join her on that day. "Oh, Rainbow Dash, thank you so much for coming. Please come in," said the pink-haired pony. "Don't mind if I do, Fluttershy." "Don't mind if I do, Fluttershy," said the blue pony as she stepped over the threshold. "I hope I'm not too late." "Oh no, Dash. I might have said sometime in the afternoon, but I didn't have a specific time in mind." "Good, 'cause I took a little nap after getting the sky cleared early." "Oh," said Fluttershy. "Well, in that case, you must be thirsty." "Come to think of it, I'm a little parched." "You wait right there. I'll be right back." Fluttershy disappeared for a moment and reappeared shortly after holding a silver tray in her mouth. On the tray was a single glass full of ice and a transparent yellow liquid, topped with a flexible straw. She placed the tray on a nearby table, and Rainbow Dash at once approached the table and sucked on a small plastic tube, drawing liquid into her mouth. Mmm, this is tasty and refreshing. What is it?" "It's a sports drink that Pinkie Pie came up with. It's supposed to help rehydrate the body faster than water can alone. She calls it Gummy Aid." "Well, remind me to thank her later on," said the blue Pegasus, as she drank some more through the straw. "So, what did you call me over here for? Is it something having to do with one of your small creatures?" "No, I wanted to come over because you're my best friend, and I wanted to talk to you about something that's been on my mind for a while. Full-sitting the Cumont Crusaders got me thinking. Looking after animals is nice and everything, but eventually I want to be a mommy. I want to have a baby of my own, to raise and nurture and pamper." "Well, I'm sure you make a great mommy." "Thank you, Rainbow Dash. I'm really glad you say that. That means a lot coming from you." The blue Pegasus took another sip of the drink. "Do you know that lullaby I used to put the Cumont Crusaders to sleep?" asked Fluttershy. "Not off the top of my head," said Rainbow Dash. Fluttershy cleared her throat and began to sing. Oh, shit, I'm gonna have to sing. This is DOD talking. I'm gonna have to sing. Let me get a drink of Dr. Pepper first. Hush now, quiet now, it's time to lay your sleepy head. Hush now, quiet now, it's time to go to bed. Drifting off to sleep, let exciting day behind you. Drifting off to sleep, let the joy of daylight find you. As she sang, Rainbow Dash began to feel tired and lightheaded. At first she thought she was more tired than she realized. Then she thought that maybe her friend's lullaby was really that powerful. Finally, her suspicions fell upon the glass of the unnaturally colored yellow liquid. Looking at it and smelling it, she turned to her friend. She wanted to say something, but Fluttershy continued to sing her song, and soon Rainbow Dash collapsed on the spot, lost to darkness. There's 3 dots, so this is when I comment. Honestly, that yellow drink, to me, they described it, and I thought it was pee. Yeah, I thought it was pee. It's different when you read it. You don't really think of it when you listen to it. Continuing on. Rainbow Dash regained consciousness sometime later, but still found herself in the darkness. She started to stretch her limbs, only to find that she couldn't. She was restrained and could barely move her arms and legs, which were strapped down immediately. She called out to the darkness for help. Oh, good. You're awake. We can get started, a familiar voice called out. A light turned on to reveal everything. Rainbow Dash appeared to be strapped down on some sort of changing table by her legs, torso, and arms. She was restrained in such a way that she could not move her wings at all. The room appeared to be some sort of nursery. The wall and carpet were decorated in pastels. There was a playpen, a crib, a closet, baby toys, and other paraphernalia suitable for the youngest of foals. More disturbing than her being restrained in such a way was that none of the items seemed sized appropriate for a foal. They seemed made for an adult pony. Fluttershy was in the doorway and looked at the restrained Pegasus with a smile on her face. Fluttershy, what's going on here? Said the blue pony, with more of a sense of irk than disturbance. Why am I strapped down? Well, you remember earlier out how I said I wanted to be a mommy and have a baby of my very own? I vaguely remember something like that before blacking out. Hey, wait a minute. What did you put in my drink? Did you drug me? I did. I'm sorry, but it was necessary for you to cooperate. You see, I've been going over a lot of options. At first I thought about giving birth to my own foal, but I don't even have a boyfriend. Then I thought about adoption, but that's full of complications and often a lot of red tape. Then I thought about us, and how we've been friends longer than any of the other girls. That's when I realized that you would be a perfect baby for me. Rainbow Dash just stayed at Fluttershy for a bit. Percy Owl laughed. I laughed too. Oh, that's rich, Fluttershy. Wanting me to be your baby? Ooh, yeah, my baby. How did you come up with this prank? Did Pinkie Pie help you? Fluttershy tilted her head. Prank? Oh no, Rainbow Dash, I'm being the most sincere. And I guarantee that by the day's end, you will be calling me Mommy. Pfft, like that's gonna happen. Time will tell. Let's get started. Fluttershy began... I can't stop laughing. Okay. Fluttershy began by reaching for something that was in one of the compartments of the changing table. She presented a set of 4 bondage mitts that were covered in pink fleece, so they looked like booties for newborns. Before Rainbow Dash could protest, Fluttershy was already working to secure the mitts on Dash's hoofs one by one. What are these for? Asked Rainbow Dash. So that you don't mess with the next thing I'm gonna put on you. Rainbow Dash raised an eyebrow on her friend. Fluttershy said nothing and continued to put on bondage mitts on her friend Hooves until they were nice and snug. Once she was finished, she pulled out what was clearly a thick, yellow diaper that was made to fit an adult size, but still decorated to look like for a filly. She began to undo the diaper. Dash looked on quite disgusted. "Oh, no, you don't plan to put that on me, do you?" said Dash. "Not only will you wear it, but you'll use it, too." "Like hell I will." Fluttershy pretended she didn't hear that and proceeded to put the diaper on her friend. Rainbow Dash couldn't exactly struggle, much since that the straps held her down, so it wasn't long before the diaper was on her rear and secured in place. Dash stared in awe at the piece of cloth, plastic tapes, and a subordinate material hugging her waist. She hasn't worn one of these since she was very young. The first filly among her peers to be potty trained, and here she was in diapers again. She looked down at it and noticed the pattern on the diaper. "Pink butterflies?" asked Rainbow Dash. "Yep, my cutie mark. That way anyone can look at your diaper and know right away who your mama is." "Look, Fluttershy, I don't know what had gotten into you, but I'm not a little filly, and you are not my mama." "Ah, a little grumpy, I see. Let me remove those straps." Fluttershy began to remove the straps one by one. Rainbow Dash began to stretch her limbs with each new lubricated limbs. She with bated breath as Fluttershy began to remove the straps holding her chest down. Finally, there was nothing holding her down. "I'm out of here!" exclaimed Rainbow Dash. She sprang up from the changing table with every intention of flying out of the room and out the front door, but she had barely gotten off the table when she fell down, crashing headfirst on the floor. Fluttershy helped her up, helped the diapered pony in her arms. "Are you okay, Dashy?" she asked. "Ugh, I'm feeling kind of weak for some reason." "Silly filly, you know very well, little, that you're not strong enough to fly. Not yet, at least, after all. You're just a baby." "Oh, yeah? Well, I can still remove this diaper." Rainbow Dash shuffled out of Fluttershy's grasp and tried to remove the diaper, but try as she might, between the loss of grip due to the mitts and her noticeable lack of strength, she was unable to do so. She sat on her padded duff, crossed her arms, and gave a slight huff when she realized it was hopeless. "Oh, Dash, don't be silly. You can't leave, not looking like that. What would people say? What would Scootaloo say? You simply aren't strong enough right now." Rainbow Dash glared at Fluttershy. She knew very, very well she was at the yellow Pegasus's mercy. "Okay, Fluttershy, what will it take to get this diaper off?" "Humor me. For the rest of the day, if you're not happy by the day's end, you'll be free to go." "That's it? I just have to play baby with you for a day, and I'm free to go?" "That's it." "Okay, I guess I can deal with that. What did you want me to do first?" Fluttershy gave a squeaky grin and sat down in front of Rainbow Dash. "Patycake!" exclaimed Fluttershy. "Patycake?" said the diapered pony. "Patycake," said Fluttershy, holding her hooves out in front of her. Rainbow Dash sighed and put it. Rainbow Dash sighed and put her hooves out in front of her. Fluttershy sang, but Dash declined to join in, and only matched Fluttershy's claps with her own. Patycake, baker's colt. Bake me a cake fast, as fast as a bolt. Pat it and prick it and mark it with the D and put it in the oven for a Dashy and me. Yay! On the last part, Fluttershy gave one of her signature cheers. "Yeah, that was really something," said Rainbow Dash. Justin Rainbow Dash's body was telling her something she didn't want to hear, especially not as she was now. She wiggled her legs a bit. Uh, Fluttershy, I don't know how to say this, but I need to go water the flowers. Oh, you don't have to, Dashy. I watered my garden this morning. No, what I mean is I need to go use the little Philly's room. Oh, well then by all means, you're free to go. Rainbow Dash blinked. Really? That's all this? Then, in case you could help me get this diaper off. Oh, no, no, no. You misunderstand. You're free to go. In your diapers. Rainbow Dash was about to protest, but before she thought about Fluttershy said earlier about her being free to go cooperated and simply huffed. I can hold it, said Rainbow Dash. If you say so, said Fluttershy. Yay, the triple dots. This story's already pretty fucked up, and that's basically what I'm gonna say. Let me get a drink of Dr. Pepper. Oh, God. I had lots of fun singing that patycake song, though. I might just make a whole separate video of me singing that song. Let's come back. Okay, the two of them spend the next half hour or so playing as any mother and daughter would. Fluttershy had to put a lot of effort into the nursery room. There was a table with a pink tablecloth and a tea set. Rainbow Dash was not entirely keen about having a tea party with Fluttershy, but abided as best as she could. The closet was also filled with a manner of inflated and infantile clothing. Fluttershy had Rainbow Dash try on each outfit and model it, for her, much to the Blue Pony's dismay. These dresses look adorable on you, Dash. Rainbow Dash, who was currently wearing a pink Philly maid-like dress, only huffed. Just then, Fluttershy looked as if she had suddenly remembered something. Oh, I just remembered that I have to check on one of my animals in my care. I'll be right back, baby, said Fluttershy as she went out of the room. Fluttershy had left the door to the nursery open. Rainbow Dash was tempted to escape to the outside, but decided against it, considering how she was dressed, and had no way to change that. But by now she realized that she could no longer hold in her bladder. She needed to relieve herself one way or another. Looking and listening around to make sure Fluttershy was not around, she spread her legs, pulled up her dress, and finally let it all go in her diaper. Giving a sigh of relief when she was done, the pink butterflies on the yellow diaper had disappeared, and her diaper was much warmer and softer. Curiosity got the better of her, and she started to play with her wet diaper. Yeah, that's just gross. Yeah. Yeah, that's like an adult playing with a diaper that a baby wet in. Ew. Okay, continuing on. I already got my reaction out of that, but ew, that's disgusting. Wondering for the disgustingness. Enjoy your diapers, I see. Rainbow Dash almost peed her diapers again. She wet herself. When she heard that, she turned around and saw that Fluttershy had returned, and she hadn't noticed. No, said the Blue Pony, pushing her dress down. I hate these. Get them off. I tell you what, just call me mommy, and I'll change your diapers. Okay, I've been recording for about almost 20 minutes now. Okay. Rainbow Dash considered the option, but quickly put it out of her mind. I've been in worse situations. I don't mind the diapers. She stopped for a moment and realized what she just said. That's not what I mean. I said the blue Pegasus waving her hooves in front of her. I meant that I'd rather be in diapers than call you mommy. Suddenly Rainbow Dash's stomach began to grumble. Looks like some pony is hungry, said the yellow Pegasus. Follow me. I'll fix you up some. Fluttershy trotted out of the nursery. Rainbow Dash followed after. The diaper on her rear made a distinct crinkling noise as she walked. Rainbow Dash cringed at the feeling, but tolerated it for the moment. If playing along meant her eventual freedom, Fluttershy went into the kitchen, while Rainbow Dash remained in the dining room. There was a table, but no place to sit at it. Fluttershy came out soon after, with a tray with a bowl filled with hot cereal and a spoon, and set the tray on the table. "Oatmeal?" asked Rainbow Dash. "Indeed," said Fluttershy. "I suppose I can... Oh, wait. I suppose I can go for some oatmeal. Have a seat, please." "Where? There's no place to sit." Fluttershy pointed to the piece of furniture that escaped Rainbow Dash's attention when she first came into the room. It was a high chair, complete with a built-in table and buckling belt to keep the occupant safe in it. "Buy it for $9.99 and get a free oatmeal meal that comes with it. Buy now." "Okay." "There's no way I am sitting in that," said Dash, as she crossed her arms. Fluttershy gave Rainbow Dash a look of a puppy dog's eyes, as a means of silently pleading with her. Rainbow Dash only shook her head from side to side of defiance. Then Fluttershy did something she had never done with two of her friends before. She gave her the stare. It was a look that always filled those she gave into with dread. Rainbow Dash lowered her ears and backed away slowly. Without a word, she got into the high chair. When she was seated, Fluttershy returned to her normal disposition, came over and buckled the blue diapered pony in and closed the tray, effectively locking her in the chair. Once this is done, she brought the bowl of oatmeal and spoon and placed it on the high chair tray. "Oh, I almost forgot," said Fluttershy. She ran out for a bit and returned with a bib. Rainbow Dash was a bit tired of protesting, so she let Fluttershy put the bib on her without much of a fuss. Then Fluttershy took the spoon and put it the oatmeal. What? "Now, Dashy, are you going to be a good filly and let me feed you?" Whatever." Fluttershy gripped the handle of the spoon with her teeth and scooped up a helping of oatmeal. Smiling, she brought it to Dash's mouth. Rainbow Dash opened her mouth and allowed the spoon inside. Wrapping her lips around the spoon, she drew the food into her mouth while Fluttershy drew the spoon out. The process repeated over and over again until the bowl was empty. All the while, nothing but thoughts of sheer and utter humiliation filled Rainbow Dash's head, as well as fears of what anyone might say if she saw her like this. "There, all done," said Fluttershy with pride. "Oh my, you spilled some. Good thing you have that bib." Fluttershy used the spoon to scoop up the excess oatmeal and feed it to Dash. When she was done, Fluttershy removed the bowl and spoon and set them to one side. "Now I imagine you're thirsty, right?" said the yellow pony. "I could use something to drink, as long as it isn't not any more of that gummy aid stuff." Bleh. Fluttershy nodded and went into the kitchen and returned with a baby bottle. "I should have seen this coming," said the blue pony. Fluttershy held the bottle with her hoof up to her friend's mouth. Rainbow Dash gave a sigh of utter defeat, wrapped her lips around the amber nipple, and began to suckle. Her efforts resulted in a trickle of warm milk in her mouth. It seemed like awfully a lot of work just to drink some milk, but as she did so, something happened that she did not expect. The suckling action was calming her down. Soon the suckling motion became autonomous, and Rainbow Dash drank to her heart's content. Fluttershy seemed to notice the change as well and smiled widely. When she was done, she removed the bottle, but Rainbow Dash was still making the suckling motion with her lips. Fluttershy responded by placing a pacifier on a pendant in Dash's mouth, which she took quite well. "Come on, my little filly," said Fluttershy as she removed the tray and restraints from the high chair and helped Dashy out. "Dot, dot, dot, I have nothing to say. Let's get a drink of Dr. Pepper." That's some good Dr. Pepper. Buy it at your local stores now. After a nutritious meal, Fluttershy escorted Rainbow Dash to the back of the nursery. Fluttershy saw that Rainbow Dash was visibly beginning to break down, but knew it was a little premature to tell if her efforts was completely successful. For all she knew, the blue pony was merely playing along with the promise of freedom at the end of the day. As she cooperated, Rainbow Dash was still suckling on her pasty. When she walked into the nursery, her ear crinkled behind her. She walked over to a nearby teddy bear and began to cuddle with it. She didn't need to scroll down. Fluttershy decided that now would be a good time for a story, so she reached for a book from her nearby bookshelf and went over to the nearby beanbag and called Rainbow Dash over to her. Rainbow Dash seemed quite disorientated, but found her way to Fluttershy and sat in the beanbag chair with her. Fluttershy opened the book and read aloud. The story itself was nothing terribly earth-shattering. It was about a pony wishing to hold the world's biggest tea party, but Fluttershy read the story as if she were the newly elected mayor of Ponyville, reading her inaugural address. When she was done, she closed the book and turned to Dash. "So, Dashy, what did you think of the story?" Rainbow Dash spit out her pacifier, which was attached via a pendant. It was okay. It's no Harry Trotter in the Philosopher's Stone, though." "I see. Then in that case, maybe I should show you something else." Fluttershy got up and put the book away and returned with a photo album. She sat down next to the diapered pony and opened the album. The first photo was of Fluttershy as a young filly still living in Cloudsdale. How cute," said Rainbow Dash. Fluttershy turned the pages, which revealed photos of the other 5 ponies in their circle of friends as young fillies, including Rainbow Dash. The blue pony smiled and laughed at the sight. Then Fluttershy turned the page. Rainbow Dash laughter stopped. The first photo was of Cheerilee in a short dress, diapered pacifier. Fucking Eli, I pronounced that word. And holding a stuffed animal. She was clearly not a filly in this photo, but of adult age, and posed provocatively for the camera. The next photo showed the mayor of Ponyville dressed similarly, and then Carrot and Cupcake also dressed in baby outfits. One by one, Fluttershy turns the pages to album to reveal more of the same citizens of Ponyville turned into adult foals. Further pages revealed intimate diaper photos of God damn it, Lyra, Bonbon, Spike, Brayburn, Big Macintosh. Big Macintosh is a boy. And sure enough, Pinkie Pie, Rarity, Applejack, and Twilight Sparkle too. When Rainbow Dash saw the photos of the various members of the Wonderballs in diapers, she jumped up and made a run for the door. "Where are you going?" asked Fluttershy. "Away from you," said Rainbow Dash in disgust. "This is sick. Grown ponies in diapers? What did you do to them all?" "Now, Dashy, all these photos were taken with permission. These ponies and I consulted to a little adult foreplay, and each photo is a fond memory of it." "So why force me into this?" "I told you, you're gonna be my baby. Won't you be my baby?" Song reference. "Screw that! You think I'm gonna take this? You think I'm gonna allow you to treat me like a baby just because..." But before Rainbow Dash could finish, something happened that the blue pony never foresaw. She messed her diapers. She didn't even feel it happen, nor was she given any time to react to it. It just happened. One moment she was talking, and the next minute she was filling her diaper with excrement as it were natural and automatic as breathing. All this paralyzed the blue pony with fear. When the deed was done, she reached behind and patted her diaper rear, causing it to squish. Rainbow Dash realized that for reasons beyond her understanding, she had messed herself uncontrollably, and it frightened her to the core. She began to cry. There, said Fluttershy, comforting the blue Pegasus. "It's okay. Want me to change your diapers?" As much as she hated to admit it, She needed a good diaper change and nodded. Okay, but if you want me to change you, you need to call me Mommy, and then ask me to change you. Rainbow Dash thought about this and what it would mean for her. She was in quite a predicament right now, and the only way out was through the very person who put her into this mess. She had little choice in the matter, prolonging the inevitable fuck would only make it worse on her. I began the scared blue Pegasus. What's that? Asked the yellow Pegasus. And Dash was beginning to feel really filthy, both internally and externally. She knew what she had to do. Mommy, I want you to change my diapers, she said. Did she really just say diapers instead of diapers? Fluttershy smiled approvingly and escorted Dash to the changing table. It didn't take any fancy instruction of what she was supposed to do. She laid down on the changing table and held her hooves up. Fluttershy swiftly indeed the mess diaper, rolling it up and throwing it away. Then she started to clean up. Dash with a series of moist towelettes as she felt the baby wipes cleanse her. Rainbow Dash was put further at ease, as if each wipe was wiping away any doubt and fear in her mind. But the time she was completely cleaned, Rainbow Dash felt much better and more receptive. Fluttershy took the same baby powder and spread it all over the blue pony's nether regions. Finally, Fluttershy unfolded a new diaper and placed it on Dash and secured it in place. The diaper sealed the deal. Everything up to this point has been in an effort to break the blue Pegasus known as Rainbow Dash, but the diaper made certain that she would stay broken. Rainbow Dash giggled and put her passive back in her mouth and patted her new diaper. Fluttershy giggled and picked Dashy off the table and set her on the floor. How do you feel, baby? Asked Fluttershy. I feel wonderful, Mommy, exclaimed Rainbow Dash. Wonderful. I couldn't have asked for a better filly. I love you, Dashy. I love you too, Mommy. I can't believe I'm reading this. As a teenage pony, Rainbow Dash was always so adventurous and at APT to crashing into things. As a mentally aggressive filly, she retained these traits, but now found herself answering to Fluttershy. Her best friend was now her mommy, and it made her happy to be a filly again, with a mother who loved her. Fluttershy, on the other hand, got to experience the joys of being a parent, though. A filly made from her best friend, who was now completely dependent on her. Caring for her aggressive Rainbow Dash, much to her surprise, had brought Fluttershy more joy than any baby bunny, sick bird, or animal in need of care had ever done. Before, Rainbow Dash would never grow up as if it were, since Fluttershy's influence would always keep her in check. Sooner or later, some pony would discover what had befallen Rainbow Dash, but until then, there, with a limitless supply of diapers to use, bottles to suckle, clothes to wear, and games to play, and right now, for Rainbow Dash, that was all that mattered anymore. The end. Some parts I did find funny to that, but I don't know. I kind of want to read the comments. I have nothing to say on this because I'm just so fucking confused. So I'm going to let the comments explain. There are 127 comments. Comment 1. This is messed up. Comment 2. This story scared me back when I read it on Google Docs, and it still scares me now. In my opinion, this is by far the scariest MLB fanfic I ever read. Okay, next. First time I read on Google Documents, I didn't see a problem with it, but still, about time this got on fiction. This is pretty creepy. It doesn't go for the extent of Paradise creepy, but definitely it's getting there. Definitely a fave. Good, but in the creepy kind of way. It might not be the most shocking fic ever written, but still a little unsettling. Sigh. Great story! That was surprisingly actually. Very interesting to look at Flyshy. That was pretty awesome. Pretty sure Dashi doesn't approve, though. I know, right? I hate this story. This story made a fool out of me. Let Scoots find out. As it happens, I think that the plot of the second chapter. This is going to sound odd, but have you considered the follow-up? Surely something would see Rainbow Dash. Surely somebody would see Rainbow Dash. It's not like no pony's ever gonna go. No one ever goes to Fluttershy's house. Best troll fic ever. It isn't a troll fic. I don't think so. Okay. So next, Mother of God reads. Caution: read with brain bleach, or at least a beyond morbid sense of humor. Yep, that's me. I have a morbid sense of humor. Patycakes 2 has been submitted. Look forward to it soon. Oh no. Everybody knows what that means. Rainbow Dash is awesome. Well, it is odd. I can say I wasn't aroused. And this isn't even a fetish I have. I must say, I'm glad it wasn't what I thought it was going to be on birth. Awesome story! I mean, it shows Pinkie Pie, so I have to use my Pinkie Pie voice. Awesome story! Okay, I'm gonna see why you don't like this and everything. Hell, I'm into this stuff, and I didn't even like it. But this is going a little too far, right? Just send Flutters off to get some help. Oh my god, there's so many faces in here. There's even Scootaloo in here. Okay, this one is longer than most of them. I like to vomit, but I can't. There's something wrong with my stomach. Seriously. Anyways, what I came here for, what happened in real life, what happened in the fanfic, turns in right then again, but now without turning all, and then there's then. Then I die and imagine myself in this fanfic. What the fuck is wrong with me? This is equal parts hilarious and disturbing. It's even written pretty well. Good work. Definitely a fave. Know what? I'm done. I've been reading for 30 minutes. That's half a fucking hour. And it's 11:06 p.m. and I want to play some fucking Payday. See you tomorrow, guys. I might read another story tonight. A drink for YouTube.